This is the third part of Chapter 2 video that I want to talk to you about. Data types. Oh my. Oh my. This is all about memory management. How you carve out your memory management with it. I want you to think about this. Now, before I get started with this thing, imagine this. I'm going to give you a piece of what's called primitive land. I'll give you a 100-acre of primitive land. This primitive land basically, before your instruction is you need to go into this primitive land. What's primitive land? It's very rugged, it's very terrain, it's not been developed, it's trees everywhere, it's uneven, the terrain is like really hilly and all that stuff. So what does the developer have to go in? They have to go in and carve out developers to carve out certain areas that are residential, certain area commercial, run in different pipes with a drainage sewer system. That's all development on this. The analogy where I'm trying to get at is for you to understand data type is how you define that data type reflects in how you manage your memory with it. So one of the key things I want to talk to you about, there's three types of categories that I want you to know. There is the simple data type, there is the structured data type, and there's the pointer. In this course, we'll talk about the simple data type. I want to more anything else with it. So I'm going to talk to you about the simple data type list, and this is very important. Know this: simple, structure, and pointer. Simple, structure, and pointer. Those are the three. I'm going to dive deeper down into the simple data type. Simple data type has three subcategories with it. It has the integral, it has the floating point, and it has the enumeration. For this course, you will deal with the integral and floating points, are the two. All right? The integral, you have char, short, int, long, boolean, unsigned char, unsigned short, unsigned int, unsigned long. For the floating point, which I want to cover in a few more minutes, you also have a floating double, okay, with it, and a float. Floating are decimals. Anything with a decimal with a position like a tenth, hundredth, thousandth, and they go from there is a short position and there is a single position, there is a double position with it as well. I'm going to talk to that in a second. The reason why you have different data types is because of precision. Please know that, because of the rounding off of the precisions of the data with it. Let's say, for example, you're asked to calculate the number of hours you work and multiply with the overtime. So if you work like 40 hours and 40.5, you want to get paid for that 0.5 overtime. So it's very important how you treat that data. If you work 40.5 and you declare that variable to be an int, which is an integer, it concatenates off that, leaves off that 0.5. You see how important that is? Believe me, it's your hard-earned money and you want every penny of it as well. So here I am. I'm going to talk to you about the short data types with this thing. I don't really care for you to know the value in the middle column. What I do want you to know is to know an int is 4 bytes. A bool is 1 byte. A char is 1 byte. So what's important is the 4 in bytes here, because I'm going to talk, remember that. Please remember that. Because this is the size of a 4 byte. I'm going to talk to you about what's called casting. Casting, all right? So put that, just leave it for right now. What do we have? What do we have for the simple data type? We have simple, structure, pointer. Simple, structure, and pointer. You got it? And then, underneath the simple, you have 3 subcategories: integral, floating point, and enumeration. Now, we talk about the int, the bool, and the char. It's an integer. This is the range that this number could be. The bool could be a true or false, and the char could be any letter, A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way down to Z, and special characters with it. Okay? Different compilers are going to have different range of values. We talked about the Java. The Java is going to have a different compiler, a different range with it. So we're talking about the C++ right now. So here's an example of a different int data type that you're going to also have. Again, commas, or you can't use special characters like commas to separate thousands positions. With that Boolean data type, hold on, my phone is ringing. I got to answer this because my wife, hold on. Can I call you back? I'm in the middle of video recording. Can I call you back? All right, thanks. Bye-bye. So that's what it's going right now with it. Got distracted. Somebody called me. All right. So know the Boolean data type is Boolean is a reserved word. Okay. So come down here. Let's take a look at this thing. Here's the char, special characters. Special characters, any one of these are considered as a char. What's the byte size? 1. Boolean 1. And an int 4. Remember that? You remember this? This chart right here. Okay. Let me scroll down here to the char data type with this thing. Floating. Okay. So let me. This is a good point to cut off right now.